Okay, we could just start with the. So I have security questions today. All right, so I'll start.
This one, the answer be instant. 50 questions.
And we have an hour and 20 minutes to. Need the app with the download all of them. Okay, so broadly speaking, as a customer of AWS, you are responsible for this one. Emokuno keep. Put your answers in the chat box. Let's go. Okay, so yes, security in the cloud. Isa says in the cloud. Kain says in the cloud. Sita, Ibn Mat. Okay, good. So in the cloud. Next. Right. Which of the following acts like built-in firewalls for your virtual servers? So virtual servers, we are looking at instances. Okay, so Ibn Mat says A. So today it looks like the answers we have like it's not in one place as the previous ones. Yes, so security groups. Next, which of the following AWS services controls authentication and authorization within an AWS account? Okay, so Prince says B. Will A. Emmanuel B. Ibn B. And then Aoku says IAM. That's B. Josephine B. Yes, it's B. That is identity and access. Ni says make I choose D. Why did they choose D?
It don't change inside small.
Right, so we are looking at what authorization and authentication within an AWS account, and IAM is identity and access management, right? So that is what's takes care of the shield. Just protects your infrastructure against what distributed denial of service. Security groups, yes, they act as at the instance level, but they are just firewalls, right? And then access control is also like a firewall that acts as at the subnet level, right? Which of the below are true statements when it comes to network security for an EC2 instance? We are choosing 3. So let's look at this one and then choose very well. Let us take our time and choose well. So there's AWS is responsible for ensuring malicious traffic does not reach the EC2 instance. The customer is okay. I should kindly increase. You're welcome, Josephine. All right, so AWS is responsible for ensuring malicious. The customer is responsible for ensuring malicious that does not reach. The customer is responsible for ensuring malicious does not impair the hardware. AWS ensuring unwanted traffic does not. The instance, the customer is responsible for ensuring and AWS is responsible for impair the hardware. Okay, so there is 256. That is BEF, right? A, B, C, D, E. So B, E, F. Okay, so that has been the majority. So go, yes, the customer is responsible for ensuring that malicious traffic does not reach the EC2 instance. And he says the customer is responsible for ensuring unwanted traffic does not reach the EC2 instance. That is also true. And the last one, AWS is responsible for ensuring malicious traffic does not impair the network hardware. Good. Which of the below are you responsible for when storing data in S3? Hey, this one we are using because there are 5. We should be okay. Let's see. Making
So
sure
not
that
how many make we choose.
making sure that enough space has been provisioned for your data, replicating your data to another availability zone if redundancy is needed, making sure there is enough physical storage available for your data, making sure your data is not corrupted, and backing up your data. Let me try selecting 2 and see. Okay, we are selecting only 1. So which of the below are you responsible for when storing data in S3? I select B to Daniel Okusebi. Yosfi says A. Okay, Daniel Oku says B. Isa Mohammed says A. Prince says 5. The last one, backing up your data. Okai says A. There is B. Until. Okay, so let us start from the top. Now, provisioning space for your S3 data. We are all aware that S3 stores virtually unlimited amount of data, and each object cannot be more than 5 terabytes. So it means that the spaces have been already provisioned, and it's not you, the customer, that is responsible. And I think in one of the modules, your S3 data or your S3 is replicated, right? So you are not responsible for replicating your data. Yes, backing up your data. Yes. No, let me even, yes. So making sure there is enough physical storage. Immediately you see physical, then it means it's not your responsibility. Now, this is the 2, right? The 2 that is confusing. So that is why I was looking at us being able to select 2, because you making sure your data is not corrupted. In as much as AWS protects your data from corruption, it is actually your sole responsibility to back up your data so that in case of corruption or in case your data corrupts, you still be able to have a backup. AWS cannot be held responsible or lost data. Yeah.
I was also thinking that there should be primary and secondary responsibilities so that we can be able to tell the difference properly. So that if we are saying that if this is make sure like your data is not corrupted, will that be our primary responsibility or our secondary responsibility? If it's AWS's primary responsibility, then that may not be our first option or our first go-to option. But if it's our primary responsibility, then that will be our first go-to option. Do you get it?
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Yes, so in this, yes, backing up your data stands tall. So yes, I agree. But since we are having varieties, let us see with the explanations that we've had so far. Let us see if we can change our answers, or each of us is still going by what we have chosen.
I stand my ground.
Yes, I also agree with you though.
But I think, the question says, what are you responsible for when storing data in S3?
Data in S3, yeah.
So the data is in S3. Okay, so while it is there, it is not your responsibility to see if it is not corrupted or not. Your data has already is there. So
It's
it is
there,
your
yeah.
duty to back it up. So
All
that's,
right.
I mean, but let's see.
Okay, so I think we have more D's now. So let's go with it.
Let's go with D.
Yeah.
You
Okay,
went
so
with EU.
huh.
There were 5.
And that's backing up your data.
But it said D. But the class of
Hey, sorry. Okay. But the classes of S3 backup. But the classes of S3 backup for you, or no? So
if they back up for you, we'll check it when the
yeah,
answers are.
yes, when the answers are given, so we'll know where we are wrong. Okay, and an oil and gas utility company, which is highly regulated, must create a cloud governance scheme. The company is organized into multiple autonomous departments, which will all be using AWS resources. These departments each sponsor independent projects that are reviewed by regulated boards for the approval of customer price increases. The code and infrastructure for each project has production, development, and testing environment. Which of the following account strategies will maximize security and operational efficiency for the company? I like it this way. But with this way, I cannot see the answers. Wait. Can you see it in full screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me try and then join with my mobile phone and then so that I can see the responses. Am I still live?
You do.
Okay. Sometimes when it's this. Okay.
So this question we didn't do things like that.
Okay, so the charts. So let's see. Create an organization unit structure in AWS organizations with separate underlying accounts for production, development, and testing environment. Create multiple AWS accounts, one for each autonomous department within the company. Create a single AWS account for centralized security management. Create multiple AWS accounts, one for production, one for development, and one for testing environment for all departments. So I see AAA, I see C, so Crentel. Okay, so for Crentel, now creating a single AWS account for centralized security management. I think this centralized security management, and they just brought it to confuse us, right? It would not be ideal because each department might need their account for their separate task that they do, right? So with the options, yes, I agree with those who are saying, hey, you create an OU, that is like an OU structure, organization unit structure, and then you create separate underlying account. As I said, an OU can have multiple accounts. You get it? So you create an organizational unit structure with separate underlying accounts. So if you have OU for production, and then you create separate account, you create an OU for development, you create the separate account, and then you create an OU for the testing, and then you create different accounts for them. All right, so that would be the ideal.
The question even says these departments each sponsor independent projects that are reviewed by regulatory boards. So far as they're independent products, then they are supposed to be under different,
Organizational
units. Yeah. We may be wrong though. Let's go.
Yeah.
So will it be? Do you think it will be A or B?
Yeah. So I'm also thinking is A, right?
But if
Go-
we are looking at it, then the option D is also saying what? Okay, that's
So-
multiple AWS accounts. Okay.
Yes. So
Yeah.
one,
So,
I think the B
so
and D,
between
the
B and D,
are
you
almost
know,
the same.
they are almost the same.
the
So
same,
that
yeah.
will be, that is what will kill the two of them.
Yes.
That would kill it, because if you have multiple accounts, then it means you have to have a different administrator for all the accounts.
All the
For all of
accounts.
That is
So
also not working.
yeah, that would not work. So
And C is out because of centralized security management.
Exactly.
yeah.
And then with C, you are not even able to get a proper like audit trail because it's the same account. It's the same account doing the same, like doing different things.
Different things. Okay. Let's go with E.
All right. Now, a consulting firm is conducting a what? Is it? What word is that?
Sarbanes-Oxley.
Sarbanes-Oxley compliance audit of your IT operations. The auditor requests feasibility logs of event history across your AWS-based employee expense system infrastructure, which AWS service will record and provide and give you the information you need. So now we are looking at a service that will record.
Why the English be bad like that?
I swear. So we are looking at a service that will record and then give us, let's ignore the provide. So we are looking at a service that will record and then give us the information that we need. So the primary thing is record. Right? Now, there is CloudTrail and there is CloudWatch Logs.
Yeah. It's tricky because the question says the auditor requests visibility to logs. Logs of event history. Charlie. Which AWS service will record and provide? No. Okay, so the last part gives, I think the last part makes the answer the CloudTrail.
CloudTrail, yes. Because CloudWatch
is stored.
It's stored, yes.
Yeah.
But Isaac.
Yeah.
CloudTrail, isn't it an audit logger? And are you able to see expenses?
You say it requires visibility.
Across
visibility logs of events. So we're also looking at event history.
Across your AWS employee expense system infrastructure.
The CloudTrail, I think it logs everything.
Yes, the CloudTrail logs like all the activities.
Everything, every event, anything.
So what is a CloudWatch restricted to?
So the CloudWatch looks okay. So the
CloudWatch is for monitoring.
Monitors what is happening, and then it's the logs. It stores the logs from the CloudTrail. We saw this thing yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday. So the CloudWatch logs are like stores the data from the CloudTrail, right? But the CloudWatch itself cannot record the logs.
Record of the logs.
Okay.
But there is also an audit thing to look out here. So I think CloudTrail stands out, huh?
Yes, CloudTrail.
So the expense that came in, the expense makes me feel maybe CloudWatch.
The expense is just to confuse you, because the expense is part of the activities. It's part of the activities that which is being recorded. So they can replace the expense with any other transaction.
Any other word, It says the auditor requests visibility logs of event history across your AWS-based employee expense system infrastructure.
Yeah, so it's just an expense system infrastructure.
Yeah,
so the expense itself is not even about.
It's a noun. It's just a noun.
Yeah.
I think our keyword is the logs of events
and audits.
Okay, let's go on. Yeah.
So okay, you both could choose. You need to go do it, then time go. Somebody want to?
You not choose, so you click.
I choose CloudTrail.
Oh yeah.
So we have discovered that some AWS resources are being used in malicious activities that could compromise your data. What should you do? This one, I know the answer. I see the question for somewhere. So make I explain, or you give your answers, then I will explain, and we will choose the answer that we will choose. I think I see them for where is it exam topics also. Okay, so Bridget says D. Rentil says 3. Can says 3. The answers no they come. Okay, Isa says 3. Isa says C. Right says 1. Friend says 2. Louis 1. All right, so make I explain. Now, the AWS security team is definitely responsible for security of AWS stuff. All right. So they are out. Concierge, the second one. Concierge answers billing, and then they are there to answer all your questions on your billing and then usage. The account holder, you contacting the account holder responsible for the malicious activities, right? It's like calling out the person. It might probably be that his account has been compromised or that, right? So, and then in way of insecurity mitigation or incident response, calling out people isn't the right way, right? But the right answer is contact the AWS abuse team. So apparently they have an abuse team. Charlie, which of the
abuse? No, what did they do? You find out.
Okay, so for abuse, they are so the question is what the data is being used. Yes, there's an actually abuse team. So the data is what being used in malicious activity. So they are not using the data right. I think that even qualifies the fact that the person is abusing, the resources. You are not using the resource in the right manner. But there is an abuse team that takes care of stuff like that. So we report to them, and then they will now investigate and then take care of it. Which of the below are you responsible for managing for when storing data in S3? Okay, this is another thing, another set of answers. Who has access? We are choosing who has access to the S3 infrastructure software, who has access to the S3 service, who has access to the network hardware, who has access to data you stored on S3 service, who has access to the storage hardware. Where? Okay, so we could see the answer. I think for this one stands out. So the other one. Okay, I see BD 24. Okay, so I think BD 2424. Okay, great. Yeah, so who has access to the service? I mean the S3 bucket itself. So Amazon S3 itself is the service. You are responsible for who has access to it. The rest are all infrastructure, hardware, storage hardware. So in fact, we are choosing 3 in this one. Which of the following are principles of sound design when it comes to security. We're choosing 3. I think this one, let's just pick the odd one out, right? And then we just go with the answer. So physical resources is out, definitely. And so I see ACD, that's 1, 3, 4. And yes, they're applying the security to your application only also won't be a good security practice. Yes, 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4. If we the first, today we'll get 100. Those of you who were not here yesterday, we solved how many questions? 65 questions, and we got all. Clap for yourself. Bridges no will clap, so she can't wait she go bed.
Bridget no clap. She no come finish her man.
Ben Match, you they clap. You always now you they give wrong answers. Okay, which of the following services? You must say so we check the record. Oh, you go free check. What's 100? Which of the following services will help you optimize your entire AWS environment in real time, following AWS best practices? Hey. So this one, this one is Web Application Firewall. This one is AWS Shield. So inspector and then trusted advisor. So DDD4, Prince is 4. Cetus is 4. Okay, so the majority says trusted advisor, yes. And I think I agree. The inspector makes it tricky, but I still agree, because when we talk about optimization and then we are looking at best practices, then we are looking at trusted advisor.
We have 52 minutes, and we haven't even done quarter.
Hey, we will do
Almost 30 minutes now.
This one do only 2 options. In which order is a user granted access to AWS? Okay, the user is authenticated, then authorized to use. The user is authorized, then authenticated. Which of the 2? This one like true or false. So 1 or 2. Please you type 1, 2.
You say in which order? Oh, okay. So 1.
So hey, let's go. Okay, 1. All right. Yes, you are first authenticated. You have to know who you are, and then when we confirm, he says, "President, say in the bed."
I sleep like 4 times.
Charlie, which of the following are component of the security pillar of the AWS well-architected framework? So, which of the following are component of the security pillar? Oh, okay. Of the AWS well-architected. We are choosing 3. Bridget, 1, 2, 4. So 1, 2, and then 4. Okay. 1, 2, 4. So, okay. We have infrastructure protection, detective controls, and then identity and access management. All right. You are using your corporate directory to grant your users access to AWS services. What is this called? This one I know the answer. What is this called? User group access, federated access, multi-factor authentication access, role-based access. Hey,
That is I've talked before.
Okay, with that we talk here, then we'll move on. Yes, it's federated access. Somebody know they understand. Put down. When we finish, we'll go explain. Which of the below are true when running a database in an EC2 instance? Oh, I know they see Josephine in answer. Josephine go bed. So they show this then come and then they go bed. It looks like every day we see new name. Today I saw Flora. I check like she know they again. Every day new girl they come. Who they bring them? It be need here.
New is me they mentioning name.
Prince
I be Prince. No, I don't just say Prince way they recruit them. Anyway they.
Winnie.
Angela they laugh. Okay, Charlie Boku just yeah, they can make her close some apps.
More go. Time to go.
Yeah. So which of the following are true? 124. I see 124. I see 136. So far 136 are more. Let me see 136. The customer is responsible for managing access to the database. Yes, that's true. 2. AWS is responsible for updating the database software. Yes. Huh? The database software. No.
No.
When you're running a database, no. The customer is responsible for updating the operating system of the database. On an EC2 instance, yes, it's true.
Yes.
Yes, it's true. It's true on an EC2 instance. And then 6, AWS is responsible for managing. Sorry, the customer is responsible for updating the database software. Yes. Access, no. All right. So that's 1, 3, 6. All right. Which of the following are programmatic access types enabling users to interact with AWS services? Answers. We are choosing 3. 1, 2, 3, SDK, API, and then CLI. All right. Josephine. Josephine is back. Angela. Yes, 1, 2, 3. Bridget, ABC. Okay, good. Go. When considering the security of an AWS EC2 instance, which of the below are users responsible for? Security of EC2. Customer's responsibility. 2, 4. Patching and maintenance of OS and applications, right? And yes, security configuration, correct. So if you see, immediately you see physical hardware, then you know that it is AWS. Which of the following compliance guarantees, which of the following compliance guarantees attests to the fact that the AWS platform has met the standard required for the secure storage of medical records? Hey, so make us save you people. I don't know the correct spellings, but it's HIPAA. So I don't know.
I see it right now. Right now, I see this HIPAA first. It be the first one.
Yes, it is HIPAA, but I don't know which one.
No, it be the third. No.
No, it's not the first one. Make us see.
It's not the first one, the third one. The third one. Hey, people are saying first too.
Hey.
It be 3, yeah.
It be the third one, or is the third one HIPAA?
It's the third one.
It's I think something.
You open some documents where I see right now, or it no be you.
Yeah, it be the summaries now. It inside.
Yeah,
It be the third one. It be the third one.
Yeah.
I say, hey, this thing gets me. Forget the abbreviation. It's something portability and accountability. So like there are accountability acts. Yeah, it be the third one. So we could put for your head inside. It be HIPAA, the AB2. Which of the following are best practices?
It be health insurance, portability and accountability act.
Make you all put for your head inside. Okay, health insurance. Yes. Bridget, thank you. Which of the following are best practices when it comes to securing your AWS account?
Oh, 5.
You're choosing 5. And it's how many? The answers no they come. Okay, I choose 1. Create individual account. The answers in Bao. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 to 5. Isa. They are 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6.
Oh, yes. Because 6 is part. Delete your root access keys. We talked about it not long ago. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Yes. Activate MFA. Use groups and assign permissions, and then apply an IAM password. You don't have to store. So those who chose 5, I said it. I think this one I said it even more than 3. Your account keys shouldn't be stored anywhere. The root account keys shouldn't be stored anywhere. You have to delete it. Right. Dari mentioned it too. Okay. True or false? AWS is responsible for security of the cloud. This one they will not go waste time.
Time to do.
Customer responsibility for the security of service in the cloud vary by service. Hey.
Security of service in the cloud vary by service.
This I think be true.
In the cloud vary by service is false. The responsibility for security in the cloud, it will be every service.
No, it be every service. Yes, that's like general because it's generally.
Yeah.
So this one is false.
If somebody say BU.
Hey. What's the camera explain? Great.
If it be BU, because some of the services, maybe AWS have some security in-house, security policies in-house. Or what do you guys think?
Customer responsibility for security. Security. So customer responsibility for the security of services in the cloud. So let's look at Lambda.
Responsibilities vary. We are not saying there is no responsibility. They have responsibility, but it varies.
Which services do customers' responsibility vary for? Because
as far as their security in the cloud is concerned, customer security in the cloud.
I think one is based on
to do with backup.
Some services you can use encryption, others you cannot use encryption. Some maybe something like that.
Yeah, some too. It's there is automatic backup. I hope you get me.
Without you doing anything, without the customer doing anything.
Yeah, probably.
Select one. Let's go.
Okay, so we had only 2 false and then 1 true. So we'll go with the maximum, the majority.
Because the keywords are responsibility, customer responsibility in the cloud.
And vary too is there.
Yes, he said.
So
So they're asking, it varies by services. Is this true?
With the confusion and the confusion.
Yeah,
Let's
they
go.
try.
Select one. Select
Charlie
one.
Moku, just go.
Okay,
Which,
all right.
we'll go see the explanation. So what is after? We don't have to get all correct. Which service might you use to provide distributed denial of service protection? Your application is this one there. Will not go waste time. That's Shield. Which of the below are you responsible for when running an RDS database on AWS? You are selecting one.
V1.
Yes. Make us see. And we are selecting one. So hardware, they are out.
It's managed. So it's managed.
If it is managed, then
controlling access to the database.
Then updating the operating system and database software is also out. You understand? Because if RDS is a managed service, so we are left with the database. Okay, 222. Oh, nice. Yabi. Which of the following services is used during the process of encrypting EBS volumes? A service that is used during the encrypting. I talked about this one too. Today. When you are encrypting an EBS volume, there is another service that you use. Bridget says one. Eben says one. Yes, so it's one. KMS, the key management service. That's what you use to generate your keys.
Probably easier. Registry. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, that'll be registry. Container registry. Which of the below are you responsible for when running an EC2 instance on AWS? We are choosing two. So the hardware are out. So we have 1 and 3. Please, as we are moving forward, I hope we are also learning the tactics, the illumination, and then all those things. Sometimes when you don't even know the correct answer, you now look at the ones that you know, right? You look at the ones that you know and then look at what they do, and you eliminate them if they are not like relating to the question being asked. So, and then the odd ones will be the right answer. You are setting up an S3 bucket to host a public website. You have uploaded the files for your website to S3, but when clicking on the object URL of the file to verify it can be seen, you receive the message access denied. You have tried making the file public, but the option is not available. What configuration has been missed? So I talked about this one 2 years too. So you missed removing block public access from the bucket.
Hey, check the last one.
Creating and linking an S3 role to your S3 bucket. So S3 role is to, if you are creating a role, you are just trying to create a temporal position, right, for resources to resume to perform an action. But here you are just clicking the URL to see, right, to just check to verify that the object can be seen. So you clicking the URL, you are just acting like a public viewer. You understand?
Yeah. Static website.
Exactly.
Let's go.
Which of the following are configurable components of IAM? We are choosing 4. So things that we can configure as far as IAM is concerned. So authenticator is more or less like a service. So that is out. authorizer is also out. So we have 2 out. Three, 4, 5, 7. We are choosing for some AK357. So let's see 3. Three, 7, 2, 5. So let's see. So 3 users and 7. So that is a common one. 7 rows. 5 is also common. Groups. So we left that. What? But what about access controls?
Access controls, no they won't. Permissions, no they won't. I don't think groups are part.
We have IAM groups. So.
Yes, we have IAM groups today. I talked about 2, 3, 4, 7.
IAM rules, IAM groups. 2, 3,
4, 7.
Access controls, users, groups and rules. Permissions. Permissions and access controls will be the difference. So permissions be policy, right?
Yes, so permissions be policy. So yes, you can configure permissions. But I think access controls are also. But let's look at no, but let's look at as far as no, so I think access control will be out. You know why? Because access controls are like resources. So you have buckets access control list, we have network access control list. You get it? But when it comes to IAM, identity and access management, there isn't anything like access control.
All right, let's go.
So
we will see when
I fit. What services has built-in DDoS mitigation? We met a question like this yesterday. Choose the correct answer. Unfortunately, none of them is here.
The answer we got was it's not here. SNS, none of the above. None of the above.
Okay. The CBBB.
Let's select none of the above because the CloudWatch.
Yeah.
The CloudFront is it?
CloudFront. CloudFront and then route. I think Route 53.
Route 53.
Broadly speaking, AWS is responsible for. Then repeat this question. What is the recommended way to give your applications running in EC2 permissions to other resources? This one, it has to be fast. Create an IAM group. No.
I'm selecting one, right?
Yes. Okay, one. Great. I saw some 2B. I thought it was for this one. All right. Yeah, so we create a role with appropriate permission to assign it to the instance. All right. How does so literally we use 1 minute for each question. 31 minutes. How does AWS Shield Standard help protect your environment?
Any essential viruses coming and going application traffic process, scanning incoming application traffic for known attacks by blocking DDoS attacks.
Last one. Yes, last one. Which of the following AWS services can help you assess the fault tolerance of your AWS environment? Hey. Web application firewall is out, Shield is out. So we are looking at Inspector and then Trusted Advisor.
Assess the fault tolerance of your environment. Let's say that. Okay, first one.
Okay, 111. All right.
This application firework.
It is best practice to store your access key and secret access key in the .aws file in your application. True or false? This question will trick you.
But it be tricky.
It be me. I feel like that 2 day one we come to.
Yeah.
You say what? By the time they go.
2 day top when we come down. It can't do.
False.
Yeah, first day top, then 2 day down. Which of the following are components of the AWS assurance program?
Hey.
I know. I know one. I know customer testimonials, but I don't know the others. The other answer. Obisi. Hey.
1 and 3.
Compliance with laws and regulations. Yes, it's true. And then customer testimonials. What if I'm wrong?
Industry best practices.
Because this one to following industry best practices today.
But I know the customer testimonials, yeah.
Partner validations today. If you
if you come, then go explain.
Yeah, they go explain. Go. Yeah, if you partner validations, you go. I think I know, but I check like I forget. Your company has updated its security policies to include cloud workloads as well as those running on premises. Your manager would like a report. Yes, nice. Your manager would like a report of which technologies will require configuration changes. Which of the following will not be included in the report because they are the responsibility of AWS? This will be the question, Stephanie. Which of the following, so we are selecting just one of it, will not be included in the report because they are the responsibility of AWS. So which amongst these is AWS responsibility?
You'll be the host operating system.
And for you see the operating system, they have guest operating system and then host operating system.
The host be the ones the AWS they give you, the one you yourself you can install for top. I've been with the
okay.
The hypervisor.
More like AWS, the in-house virtualization system.
Okay.
That be the hypervisor.
Yeah, that be the hypervisor. Okay, since it's 444. When talking about AWS security, what does authorization refer to? So logging into the console is out. A user delegating access to another user temporarily is also out. Okay, so I'm seeing one.
You will be evaluating what permissions a user has. Because authentication is
identifying who exactly.
Identify, so one will be the authorization.
Authentication, authorization is some confusing words.
Yeah. So authentication is like
question where you go feel confused.
Authentication is you identifying who
Authentication is who are you, and
Who are
authorization
you?
is what can you do?
Yes.
Granting access.
Yeah. You get 25 minutes, so let's go.
Which AWS service performs automated network assessment of Amazon EC2 instance to check for vulnerabilities? So now, do we see the difference between the trusted advisor and the, what's it called? The inspector, all right? So the inspector checks for vulnerabilities. The trusted advisor lets you optimizes for, industry best practices. What are the best place? Where is the best place to store your root user access key so that your application can use it to make requests to AWS? I specifically read this question off head.
Nowhere.
So it's nowhere. You should not use the root access keys for this.
When they craft the question, then you go choose. You go think say you want make you store the things of.
This one, I meet up plenty times. So, which of the following is AWS managed DDoS protection service? There is a lot of questions on AWS Shield.
Shield.
Which of the following security requirements are managed by AWS customers? We are selecting two. So this disposal will be out. We are eliminating them. Infrastructure definitely will be out. Hardware definitely will be out. So we are left with the bottom two. So we want to streamline access management for your AWS administrators by assigning them a predefined set of permissions based on their job role. Which of the below is the best way to approach this?
Online access management for your administrators.
By assigning them predefined set of permissions based on their job role. Yes, we are selecting one. Is it going to be one?
Yeah. A set of permissions, predefined set of permissions. I am gross. It becomes small.
You said the answer is in the question. The keyword is in the question.
The keyword is in the question.
And the word in the question you're talking about was used to distract you. This one
predefined.
Say you want to streamline. You want to streamline access management. Streamline access management. So if you want to streamline it, it means you are trying to you don't want to do it for everybody. You're doing it once and then you put everybody in one side. Let's go. This one, Charlie, so next one we could go.
It be groups.
The role there, they confuse you.
About why?
How can the AWS? Yeah, we will talk. If we are wrong too, I will see. How can the AWS management console be protected against unauthorized access?
Management console. Use MFA.
Yes, use MFA. All these ones disable. You can't. Why should you disable it? And then, so which of the following is AWS responsible for in the shared responsibility model? Choose 3.
Edge divisions, regions, and availability zones.
1, 3, 4.
The two no inside.
1, 3, 4.
Edge locations. No, you there is a customer. You can't choose that one.
You're not responsible for that one.
So you can choose availability. You can choose region. Then of course the customer data has to do with protection. So edge location is out. So it's 2, 3, 4.
How is the edge locations out? Which of the following is AWS responsible for?
And the edge locations, are they physical?
The questions about
are just parts. They're just part of the availability zones. It's just that it's cache. It's just a cache part. You are not responsible for that.
So customer data is a subset of ACID.
Yeah.
Okay, so customer data is out.
Yes, that's just out.
1, 3, 4. Which of the below is true about root access? Choose 2. So this one is out. It's not the recommended way to work in the console. Yes, they own edge locations. It's physical, right? Bree Bishako.
Yeah, Bishako.
1, 2, 3, the 4. The root user has all access to everything in the AWS account.
Yes. Where is it? Has full access, yes.
Oh.
And then so yes.
The 3 and 4.
Yes. Bray, you are saying A. We are saying you are Shaka, you are saying A.
You are saying A.
A purchasing department staff member is set up as an AWS user in the company's procurement AWS account. Set up as an AWS user, okay. At each month end, the staff member needs access to an application running on EC2. Okay.
This is the organization question.
In the company's account payable AWS account to reconcile report, which of the following provides the most secure and operationally efficient way to give the staff member access to the accounts payable? Create a user for the staff member in accounts payable. Configure Active Directory integration so that you can federate the staff members' access to the accounts payable account. Invoke an AWS Lambda function. Have the user request temporary security credentials for the application by assuming a role.
Wow.
That'll be temporarily. Like attaching a role to the S3 bucket for him to fetch the data.
Yeah, 4.
Temporarily. 4.
Yeah, they wouldn't put the answer somewhere.
I swear.
Maybe 4.
I know say the rule, but at the section they see the rule, see where they go put the rule for.
By assuming a rule.
The point is, as you read, you are looking for rules in the answers.
Yes, but you're not finding it. Charlie, let's go.
Which of the following are components of the AWS risk and compliance program?
Risk and compliance.
This one. Automation definitely is not part. We are choosing 3.
So like risk management first.
So I am first.
Information security.
Risk management, information security.
Then I am.
Risk and compliance program. Compliance.
Yeah, and I am. Because the rest are not.
I am.
Control environment.
Oh, we don't.
What is security? Yeah, I'm making a security principles.
Compliance, yeah. Let's go.
We'll go. True or false? You use your access key and secret access key to log into the AWS management console.
Oh.
It's going to be what?
To be false.
Yes.
Very false.
The management console is a graphic user interface, so you don't need those. True or false? For IaaS resources, users are responsible for the security of everything above the hypervisor layer. True or false?
True.
True.
Yes, it's true. So anything above the hypervisor area is like anything above what AWS is providing, right? So anything above it is like your EC2 instance. So the customer is responsible for that. When talking about AWS security, what does authentication refer to? Okay, so there was one on authorization. Now there is one on authentication.
Identifying who is accessing the system.
Yeah, so identifying who is accessing the system. Okay, so finish. This is the yeah.
Hey, what is?
Which of the way? Hey.
Hey, somebody said to you.
Hey, the person. Allah, Judith cow.
Hey, Judith, what did you see this at?
Hey, Judith, where is the how?
We syllabus, no.
Eh?
Which of the following compliance certifications?
But this thing usually, if you do payment online, then a rep, then they certify. But forget which of
that's from regarding credit card transactions. Did you say
credit card? Yeah.
Credit card answer. Don't need to choose.
So I don't know the SOC 1 and the SOC 2. But
SOC, beside that cybersecurity stuff. So that one's no day inside. But right. The ISO 27001, I don't know.
Yes, ISO is for standardization. Like
SOC is Security Operations Center.
Yeah.
ABPCI.
Yeah, ABPCI.
I say no the inside SOC.
Emmanuel Mabio.
Judy and Bridget.
Eh?
92. You passed. 92%.
Hey,
you did do one day, so which one we get wrong?
Let me share the details. Semekai.
Backing up.
Semekai. Backing up. Let's go.
Because for data corruption, your data can be corrupted, right?
Yes.
And but for the backups, as I said, AWS
Prince.
Yeah.
Prince, this question, the backing up, now you tell me now you talk like without doing anything. You ask the question.
Yeah, and the talk say you for backup.
I said we should choose. Okay. Because I said we could choose the last one.
I thought we could choose where you be like the
majority, no majority will be before, so I think that's the only one,
Ciao.
Mwabio. Hey. Varies. Charlie Toku.
Is it a customer responsibility for security? Varies.
Yes, varies by service. Like this was will be fast because when I was reading that thing, you remember I said that for security in the cloud, AWS also has some responsibilities.
Exactly. So depending on the service they are providing.
I read what they did down there. You say what?
Yeah, so AWS is responsible for the security of their managed services, and the customer is responsible for the security of applications running on services such as EC2.
Oh, okay.
So yes, this one varies. For security in the cloud, it varies.
Oh wow, the understanding was different from what you were explaining. Anybody see that?
No, that was the understanding. No,
that was the understanding.
Because if you remember, I said I said that each of the service and the security role you the user have to play.
Yeah, he actually
Some
said
of
that.
them.
So I even asked him which services like have those roles being managed by AWS.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And this one too. Oh, certification and attestations. Ready?
That's customer testimonials. Wow, compliance with laws and regulations, certifications and attestations.
This one Kabina be you where you come free because
You.
choose this one first.
You say the guy, you say it's still before, you know.
Before. He see testimonials before.
Certifications. Okay.
Oh, sorry. Customer testimonials, the assurance program. Okay, certifications. Okay. Bridget said the S3 questions. Which of them?
Can you please share the link to these questions, Angela? Hey, Angela, day you never talk.
Oh, she didn't answer. She didn't answer small.
Oh,
I think I've seen her
Angela,
answers a couple
I
of times.
apologize for my.
Okay, we have addressed it. And somebody also asked a question on
the backup thing.
The backup thing. Okay. Somebody also asked a question, B. Let me go to the chat. Security of the cloud is AWS. Okay, no.
I was asking what was federated access.
Yes, what was a federated access? So a federated access is explanation you go hard. I will still try.
It's like when your boss has given you some. It make like the rule now, something like that. Just like
wait. Let's even use this. No, let's use
like your domain, your company's what do you call it? Oh, this domain thing, Windows to the AWS, the IAM.
Something like that. So like your domain you will get maybe Okain at what.org.
Active Directory.
Active Directory, something like that.
Or just like what Prince is doing for us now, he's using his company's account for us to use the Zoom. I mean the paid version of Zoom, right? So more or less like we have a federated access to the account. So it's just like you using your company's account or domain to grant access to multiple applications, right? Using a single set of credentials. Wow.
Control environment, as if you don't ask for somewhere before. This control environment thing, I think I know the pillars inside.
No. Okay. So why you say me could choose IAM?
I think I read it under security. Security.
Yeah, it's another security pillar. I saw the control environment there.
I did the security.
Let's see now. You go read
I am the grandfather of security.
Get out there.
Still I am to be that.
So this kind of question is if one square, how did they mark up?
If you're wrong, if one's what I'm wrong.
The multiple response. No, if you would be all be wrong.
Oh no, I'm not sure. Because if you should count the number of right questions, right answers, it will be up to him.
Okay.
So if UTB there and then
it be true. Because they are marking it over 1,000.
So you don't go cancel out the whole answer.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
No,
Yes, they are.
no. We know cancel.
Yes, because they are marking it over 1,000, right?
Why
And
say
if they are
the
marking it, Mhm.
the testing, the one you did the modules inside? If you get one option wronger, the multiple choice no. If it's a multiple answer one no.
Yeah.
If you get one wrong, I'll be wrong.
That one be 10 questions.
But if you
But
get one wrong, I'll be wrong.
that one be 10 questions,
No,
and then they are marking it over
it's always 10 questions. Over 100.
over 100. So yes, Utibaku, then definitely. But these ones, they are 65 questions, and then they are marking it over 1,000. So how are they marking it? If
It'll be 50 questions.
it be 60 or 65?
65.
No, for this one, it'll be 50.
This
But
one
that
be
one
50
is up to
questions.
65.
But the main exam is 65 questions.
Yeah, but this one be 50
Yeah.
questions. Okay, so
Oh,
Moku,
okay.
see how many did we get wrong?
One.
So let's assume that all is wrong, and then we just calculate 8% of 50 and see. So 1.
4. There were 4.
4 wrongs.
Yeah.
Oh, you were counting there. Okay. Make me confirm. 2.
3. 4.
4.
Yes, so that's 4.
So 51 times 2. 51 times 2. So it's 92. And 41 times 2.
So one question carries 2 marks.
2 marks, So Utibako waiting in now.
What's in now?
Hey.
So
But
we get
92.
46. We get 46 over 50, right?
Yeah. This one far gone. Unfortunately, all your questions won't be on security.
Yeah.
Okay, so
other exam for Pearson VUE, you don't have that too. If you get 2, let's say be three options, like 3 multiple answers, you get 2.
Yeah, and then the one that you get correct, you are marked for it.
Yeah, they will mark you for it. I don't know why
AWS, they won't kill you. I always do the talk this thing.
They just won't fail you.
They just won't fail you.
Okay, so somebody asked of the link. Now we'll be sharing the links in the chat. We'll be sharing the links in the chat. So the networking questions.
So this one, the questions are tailored to the
according to the concepts.
The concept. Oh, okay.
So there's but this link is like great. Wow. And there are practical exam questions also 65, but it's 12. Yeah, Judith, we haven't tried. So God willing, tomorrow we'll do the module 5, that's on networking, and then we'll look at the questions on it. God willing, tomorrow we'll look at
the link
at the paste them. Okay, so I paste them.
Nice.
The networking stuff, where will it be? Will it be on technology? Judith, have you tried them so that we'll get to know where, because now it's technology.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so God willing, tomorrow when we do the module. So are the modules, if we have time, should we do and then do the labs?
Labs by this time.
Go check.
Go check.
The labs there, I go record. I go do the record. Then I go share plus all of you.
Labs there, we pass the exam finisher, then we think about labs.
Yeah. And then also, guys, how many are we?
People, you're not interested in learning the thing. You want a pop. You like solving a pop. Pascal, a pop.
So, okay, we are 32. Today's squad, they got.
Can't do one sleep. Yeah, sure.
Sure.
So we wanted to buy the official practice exam for the CLFC02, and it was $29. We wanted to do we don't need everybody anyway. We just need to make that amount, the 29 USD. If one person can sacrifice to, that's fine. But we just need the few that can contribute so that we buy it.
For you. If everybody pays $1, I will be paying.
Yes. If we are all paying $1, it be what? Right now, it be
like 12 cedis or so.
12 cedis.
Yes, it be like 12 cedis. Yeah. So if each one of us is paying 12 cedis, we'll be able to buy it. So that is the proposal. And one of us has devoted to pay 50 cedis.
Yeah. Let's clap for Okan.
Everybody clap for Okan. Clap for Okan. Send clapping emoji.
Example.
You people, you make you don't do fast smoke by the thing. Next thing I go chop them.
Richard, you raise your hand in the club.
If you for example, where
is there? No, it be from AWS. It be from AWS. Ankasa.
Okay.
Friends, you didn't say you go add 100 Ghana.
You put money from my wallet inside. You must say they can look sharp.
So that is it. I didn't want to put it in the main page. So say somebody go can't diss me.
Somebody ask for number. AK, I beg how much you want?
No be dissing matter.
Okay, so who are we paying to? Charlie, make somebody put a number for there. Then you go use your credit card.
Like who again? You know your number.
They go this, so then we go join court too. I beg, I don't talk to them go fail. Then go join court too.
You said what you said.
Okay, so you go first send to my. Okay, let me just send it here. 020.
You do it, then you update everybody the page. You see.
Yeah. How I go update self? Make a put for this.
If we create separate group.
That be the thing. Okay, no problem. If the amount reach, I just go communicate with Prince. I will communicate with you. So even in T when we are doing the session, then I will update all of us.
Yeah, maybe the group TV. I can't say the group where you could do
if the amount catch the amount required, I make you not talk it. Make them funds keep coming.
What we go take do?
Finish, I will take.
You will take do for it. Okay, so you make.
So I beg you.
Please send. Make you send to my Vodafone. Or everybody like MTN Momo.
Nah, Vodafone charges beyond things. Please Vodafone.
So the Vodafone be okay.
I say the one with the buy no. If you how many questions?
It be 65.
Only once, or we'll
go. People they say Voda chill. Somebody to say Voda by this time.
Hey, we say yeah MTN. Hey, put MTN. Hey, Charlie put MTN. Why? Okay, both numbers. Anyone you go put for.
Anyone go put for. Just reference it. What? C02.
AWS.
Oh yes, you reference it AWS.
Oh, Charlie, I was asking something. I was asking that the question is, the 65. If we do not that before, or they will give us another set of questions again, or be only one.
No, so it's a whole bundle. I think it's a whole CLFC02 bundle. So once you buy, you have access to it. Right, but as to new set of questions, I don't know. But you can retake it as far as you have the account. You can retake it. It's per month, like it's $29 per month. You get it.
What I want to know that they're retaking. Is it the same questions or they will change the question? That
one. Yeah, we can't tell.
Yeah.
Unless we buy finish and reduce.
Charlie, Isaac.
Yeah.
Isaac.
Yep.
They say not beneficiary not found. Check the number.
So they use the MTN. Use the MTN.
020695.
post them.
Yeah, 695-2205.
That's
Hey,
your
and it's
WhatsApp
not
number,
fun.
right?
Yeah, that's my WhatsApp number.
But the question the guy asked, no.
Yeah.
I don't think that it will be the same question if you are buying. And it's for
because
1 month, so I'm sure change. They'll twist it in some way.
maybe if you are retaking,
You
they will
cannot
change.
buy this thing and then just solve one kind of question, right? Unless the question be apart, otherwise, buy
Because if
only one question.
you solve, then you want to retake the same questions. You know, go.
I'm not sure if it will be the same questions. I'm not sure. That might be cheating.
Yeah, the questions will vary.
We are just saying they go do them the way they do this one now. Maybe they will get technology parts, security parts, database parts like storage or something.
Okay.
Okay, so I receive payment from 2 people.
The same questions.
No.
Angela, so the person where you say is Angela, no, you know, be say she they won't call me, now she they won't send. They won't send money. So Angela send the money, and I receive another one too from Akosia. Who is Akosia?
How much did they send? We know how much they take that.
Yeah, so Akosia, so they sent 20 cedis each. Charlie, the girls say proper flex.
Okay.
We buy 2 bundles, then compare. Oh, the same amount.
No, okay, so make our even open that thing then. We'll go see. When
But if you buy the same thing, we be like we buy the same thing twice.
Yeah, we buy the same thing twice.
The question could be the same.
Make us stop the recording.